After a 4-year hiatus, the Charles River Regional Chamber is holding its most popular event, Spring Seasonings, a taste of our towns on April 8th at the Newton Marriott. This is the 26th year where patrons can experience over 40 locally owned restaurants from Newton, Needham, Watertown, and Wellesley, all under one roof. Newton News spoke with Joe Prestejohn of Cabot's Ice Cream and Mario Boccabella of Boccabella Cafe and Bistro about how nice it is to be back and what they're bringing to the table.
It was just last year that Joe Prestejohn sold his 54-year-old family business of Cabot's Ice Cream to Kay and Kevin Masterson, owners of Johnny's Luncheonette in Newton Center. And while he may not be the owner, you can still catch him behind the counter.
It's always going to be a part of me as far as I'm concerned. And Kay and Kevin Masterson are wonderful people to work with. And I work 2 days a week. I help manage. And it's a pleasure. And I love seeing all my customers, all my employees. I'm usually here on a Saturday when it's the busiest and it goes by quicker. But more importantly, it just reminds everybody that everything's the same. They haven't changed anything. They want to keep everything consistent the way we've done over the years.
Mario Boccabella has been cooking and baking in Newton since 1976, with a deli, a bakery, a market, and a restaurant in Newton Highlands. He now co-owns with his son-in-law Anthony Vega Boccabella Cafe and Bistro on Lexington Street in Auburndale, which opened almost 14 years ago.
I can't believe it's been this long. And my daughter was working in New York, and she met her future husband, Anthony, and we were talking about this place, and it came up. And I said, if you guys want to come up, I've got a few good years left, and then you can have them. And of course, they said yes, unfortunately for me. So I've been working ever since.
Prestejohn and Boccabella have been a part of the local Chamber of Commerce since they began and have participated in many aspects of the Chamber, including the Spring Seasonings event, where local restaurants come together to share their drinks and food with patrons and other restaurant owners.
We stopped for 4 years because of COVID, and I've missed it very much because every year we set up a big ice cream sundae bar down back in the right-hand corner of the Marriott, the Grand Ballroom. We have about 500 guests usually come. Right now, as of today, we got about over 300 tickets sold. So we should fill up the room. We have 40 different restaurants coming, and some alcohol and beer and wine testing is going to go on. A lot of restaurants will be having their chefs come and cook certain items. We got Patty's, O'Hara's, we got Fuji, we got Boccabella.
I'm doing a pasta primavera, and primavera in Italian means springtime. And in Italy, I come from Abruzzi. I was born there. And usually this is when you start picking the herbs and some of the first fruits of spring and then the harvest. It would be very appropriate, I think, for primavera and for the springtime and for this show. I used to have a bakery years ago as well. I was thinking of making truffles. I said, oh my gosh, I don't know if I may do some. I may just do 100 just to tease people.
As restaurant owners, Prestejohn and Boccabella have seen what the COVID pandemic did to their fellow restaurant owners and believe this year's Spring Seasonings event will give a boost for all businesses.
A lot of restaurants closed over the past few years because of the pandemic, and we were tossing around whether or not we should have it or shouldn't have it because of the economy, the labor costs, the labor shortage, and the food costs. But we decided to move forward, and I'm glad we did, and we've gotten a positive response. And we've been very receptive to everybody and anybody's ideas of helping them set up volunteers at the night of the event. So it's been good.
Only 500 tickets are available for this year's return of the Charles River Regional Chamber's Spring Seasonings event, a taste of our towns. And they are selling fast. More information about the event and tickets are available online at charlesriverchamber.com. Jen Adams, Newton News.